About what led up to a deadly shooting near Wynwood Walls early Monday morning.
NBC6's Amanda Placencia joins us live with the latest. Amanda.
Yes, Shawan, and it turns out that this shooting, which happened here in Wynwood, was reportedly a fight between a local rapper and her manager. And now the question for investigators is whether this was self-defense or second-degree murder. A heated argument landed Kevhani Hicks in jail after she's accused of shooting and killing a man.
You were arrested for one count of second-degree murder.
According to records on Sunbiz, the local rapper known as Key Vhani is a manager of a recording studio called Pretty Thug Music. Police say the fight was with her manager.
We know that based on her statement that the victim in this case, is her manager, and she says that she's a singer. But we don't know what led to this argument.
Police say they got a shot spotter alert around 1:30 Monday morning on Northwest 2nd Avenue near Wynwood Walls. Based on witness statements and surveillance video, which has not been released by police, Hicks and the driver of a white Lexus got out of the car and were visibly upset and began arguing. First, the driver hit Hicks, throwing her to the ground, and then the alleged victim, her manager, also gets out of the car and beats her.
Judge, it's clear from the arrest form that Ms. Hicks is being attacked by two men, plummeted to the ground, basically.
Once the attack ended, police say Hicks took out a gun and started shooting at her manager. He later died at the hospital. The singer told police that she was in fear for her life.
When Ms. Hicks meets with the officer, she indicates that the alleged victim told her that "I'll kill you in one hit," which would obviously make anyone afraid for their life.
Hicks was also hit by the white Lexus as a driver took off. Whether or not this was self-defense will be up to the court as a judge found probable cause.
This is a case that if she had shot him when he was beating her, she probably could have been justified. But the fact that he was retreating at the point that she started firing at him, it becomes where she committed the offense that she's being charged with.
And Hicks is currently being held without bond. Police are also still looking for the driver of that Lexus to get their side of what happened. Live in Wynwood, Amanda Placencia, NBC6 News.
All right. Sorry about the
I'm going to
long
show you how you can launch your app.
introduction. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the sponsor of the video, which is Surfshock, a comprehensive review of the VPN service. In today's digital age, privacy and security are of utmost importance. With cyber criminals becoming more sophisticated and the government's monitoring online activity, it's essential to measure to protect your online identity. One way to do so is by using a virtual private network VPN service. Among the many VPNs available in the market, Surfshock is one that has been gaining popularity. So go ahead and get yours today, of course. Now, what we are talking about is Miss Hicks, Kevhani Hicks, Kevhani Camilla Hicks. And she probably is telling the truth in some of her statements. But you know what happens when you shoot someone from behind? That makes your statement null and void in some cases, because the government is going to be looking at you like, okay, it went from justification of self-defense to premeditated. The charge is going to be Trump. Let's say that. I don't want to say the wrong thing. All right. So a Florida rapper faces murder charges after she allegedly gunned down her manager in the middle of the street, a killing which was caught in startling security footage, according to police. Kevhani Camilla Hicks, 27, who goes by Key Vhani on stage, also filmed shooting her manager multiple times on October 9th in the Wynwood neighborhood of Miami after he and another man accosted her on the street. So I think in some capacity, she might beat some of this. It's very possible she may beat some of this case. In footage obtained by NBC Miami, Hicks has seen stepping out a white car with the manager before the two appeared to get into an argument and begin hitting each other. So it's on camera that they hit each other. And I'm not telling nobody not to defend themselves, but a woman really got to be careful when they put themselves in men positions, because a lot of these men are going to hit back. This is not the 80s and 70s where they say, don't hit back. Some men will hit back. Another man that climbed out of a rear door and joined the melee against Hicks, and the two finally threw her to the ground and pinned her there. After they relented, Hicks walked away from the pair, then suddenly turned and drew a handgun from her bag and opened fire. See, right there is going to be the reason why. Because they were now defenseless. And you proceeded and, took your revenge. Her manager dove to the ground and scrambled for cover behind a car, but Hicks pursued him into the street while continuing to shoot until he was left sprawled and wounded on the ground. That's number two. She took out street justice right there on the street. She took out street justice. All right, so let's put it on full mask. Kevhani Camilla Hicks, 27. Key Vhani. And this is her. Okay. This is her behind this car. Pursued him. Hicks chased down the manager as he scrambled. All right. So we're going to put some of this on full mask. All right. At that moment, the second man who attacked Hicks jumped into the car and pulled out, ramming into her and apparently running her over. He then sped off in the car, and then Hicks stood and ran down the sidewalk out of view. Responding cops found the manager with multiple gunshots. He was transported to a hospital, but later died. All right. So y'all men should have left that one there alone. That's a real live fool right there. All right. Hicks, who was hospitalized with blunt force injuries, told police the shooting was an act of self-defense. No, it wasn't. Because their back was to you. Yeah, you can look at it from the aspect that, yes, they did jump on you. But the moment that they turned their back, they became defenseless. All right. And you can fear for your life, but your story not adding up because they became defenseless. The defendant stated she was in fear due to the victim's size. Upon hearing the victim, I'll kill you with one hit. The police report from the incident read, a GoFundMe set up for Hicks by the apparent family member alleged the two men in the video have assaulted her multiple times. The rapper was placed in custody and is suspected of release after a judge granted her a $50,000 bond and a house arrest in recent hearing. An attorney for Hicks called the incident a clear case of self-defense. When they turned their back, I just don't see how that is self-defense. I just don't see it. Because when a perpetrator turns their back against you, it's no longer self-defense because they become a defenseless victim, even though some of these statements could have been true, that they would have tried to hurt you and accost you and stuff like that. But the minute that they turn their back to you, they become defenseless. But anyways, this is a quick video. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, and put your feedback in the comments below. Remember that you can support this channel by super chats or cap chat. And we will see you in the next video.